Hey guys, welcome to episode 15 of the Western Movement podcast. Now, just want to get straight into it, but we talked a little bit this summer about what to do with your film after your AAU season, and that was specifically for basketball players. And now that the season is over, AAU season is over, and you're starting the school year, you might start to ask yourself, well, okay, I have clips from this summer and you may not be playing other sports, you might be playing other sports. Well, what do I do with my film, right? Or what can I be doing now that I'm not playing or I'm not actively playing a sport, or I am playing another sport? How can I still stay engaged with my recruiting? Now, this isn't just for basketball. Okay, this will apply to football, volleyball, soccer is going on right now. A lot of these key points they involve all athletes. Okay, it doesn't matter what sport you play. It won't matter too much what grade you're in. It might be more applicable to high schoolers, but you'll find out, sort it out for yourself. But I'm going to try to keep this to 3, 4, possibly 5 points, because there is, every time I start this and something messes us up, but um, there are several points to your film, and this specific conversation is just what to do with the film that you already have. Okay, I'm not going to dive into like specific film for specific positions like basketball. I can only speak on basketball. Like, I don't know how you would split up film for volleyball or football or soccer or whatever other sport. I assume it's similar, but I would only give any advice on basketball. So today it's just a broad overview on what to do and how to manage your film. So the first point I want to make is, if you already have film, and this goes for all sports, if you already have film, you need to clip it out into game highlights and then overall highlights, right? But you need to stay on top of that. And these clips can be 30 seconds if you want to like just highlight a certain clip, and that stuff will be what you might post on social media, different things like that. But if you're looking recruiting wise, every game you should have your highlights in there. Like, you should be taking all of your games, having like a highlight for that game. It includes, your stat line, your contact information, and like your season schedule. Okay, and you should be making one of those videos for every game that you play, and that's football, basketball, volleyball, whatever it is. Okay, and when you do that, it keeps you on top of your film, and also it keeps you engaged in watching your film. Okay, so as you do that, you're actively engaging with the film that you already have, and then you can grow from it too. And if you're doing this in season for like the in season sports, then you can grow from it too. Okay, that's the first point, is you need to have something for every game. Every game. Clip it out. Sometimes that clip will be 2 minutes, sometimes that clip will be 20 seconds, but make it well-rounded, overall game. Put in your GPA, put in the rest of your schedule, contact information, all the works, okay? Second point on that is your high school programs, and this won't apply to probably middle school kids, but like your high school programs will have video platforms that they utilize. And maybe not so much at smaller schools, but at bigger schools, you'll have like a huddle profile. Almost every single small school also has like Max Preps. Okay, and you'll have a player profile on both of those accounts. You have a Max Preps profile, you have a huddle profile, and you need to update those profiles consistently. Okay, your stats need to be up to date, height, weight, GPA, things like that need to be up to date. Your current film needs to be up to date, and make sure your schedule's up to date. And those are websites that you can go in, and if you don't already have an account, talk to your head coach about how to do that. Or if you don't have a profile, go make a profile. Okay, and if you don't know how to navigate Huddle, then I'm probably going to do a video on that too, because I have some experience with Huddle. But anyways, you need to be on top of those things, because when coaches look you up for majority of the sports you play, and for other sports, I know that for basketball it's like Max Preps and Huddle. Okay, and there's some other sites too, but for other sports, talk to your coach, or you probably already know like what platforms you primarily use. Okay, because when coaches type your name in, they might see your name, want to look further into it, the first place they're going to go is Google. Okay. And Max Preps or Huddle is going to pop up, or YouTube, which we'll get into. But keep your school video platforms up to date. Not that film that you made from those games, that should be updated on there. Boom. Okay. That's 2 birds with 1 stone. But keep those up to date. Number 3 is after you make your film and you take your film and you have these clips, you have these game clips, highlight clips, and okay, I should know, when you're making these clips, it's gonna require, like, you need to see it through the coach's eyes, okay? You shouldn't be just putting in things that look cool, okay? Look at it through a coach's lens, which we'll get into in another video or this video, but look at it through a coach's lens, okay? Don't be just posting a cool crossover or a nice catch or, you know, all the hits you had in one game that just look cool, right? Look at it through a coach's lens, which I'm gonna make probably a separate video. You guys let me know, but a separate video on what you should include in your film, because this specifically is just what to do with the film you already have, like platform wise, like where you should put it, what you should do with it. Okay, and I'm not telling you how to curate these videos. I'm not telling you what to put in the clips. Like that can be a different conversation. And like I said, in that regard, basketball is primarily what topic I could help with, and then like some other little pieces that go across the boards. But anyways, that's point number 2. Point number 3 is after you have your school platforms in check, you need to have other platforms as well. Okay, and that doesn't mean you have to go pay for subscription platforms, which some coaches do recruit from some of those, like NCSA is one of them. I know that I had that in high school. A lot of kids did. There's a lot of like subscription based platforms, but you do not need those. Okay, you don't have to have those platforms. They help with convenience, but you do not need them. So what I would say is make a YouTube profile, make a Twitter profile, and make those things public. Okay, so on your YouTube, you can have I should probably just put my YouTube up, but anyways, you can have on there your name, your GPA, like your future, like if you know your future major that you want to major in, and like a little bit about yourself, like where you go to school, okay? What other extracurriculars you're involved in, what all sports you play. And then you can have playlists for your different sports. Like you can post on there as much as you want to, as many videos as you want to, right? It's a free platform, but you can have like playlists for your different sports and then put all your film and highlights and games and stuff in there for that sport. And then for like, say if you're playing basketball, you would have all your game highlights in there. You'd have full game footage in there. If you don't have like those things, those are things that you're going to want to gather so that you can put them in there. Okay. So you'll edit and all these things on Huddle, and then you'll save it, download it, which might take some like tinkering with it, but figure out how to download it and then tinker with YouTube and figure out how to upload a video. Okay. Which, I mean, the transferring from platform to platform might be the most difficult thing if that's like you're using film acquired from like your school. Okay. But if you just have film that like your parents got at a game and different things like that, that stuff is so easy to just clip it up, throw it on your computer, throw it on your phone, like you can literally upload it from your phone, right? So have a YouTube page, and on that YouTube page have your extracurriculars, your GPA, like a little bio about yourself, don't go crazy, okay? Height, weight, standard things, okay, that you see on a recruiting site. But that's your YouTube page, and you have a profile picture and a team picture, probably. And that is so nice. If you have that and you do that, like it will make your life so much easier. It makes the coach's life so much easier. They look up your name, they Google it, and that is what they see, right? They have access to your stats, your film, your contact info. It's perfect and it's free for everyone, right? So that's YouTube. The second one is Twitter. Okay. Make a Twitter page. All the coaches are on Twitter. Instagram, I'm sure there's some coaches on Instagram, but not like they are on Twitter. Okay. and like a lot of the programs that you play for, so your sports team or your AAU teams or like your local papers and different things, they're also on Twitter. So they'll post announcements, they'll post achievements, they'll post certain information, and then you can just retweet those things and have that like in your feed. So have a Twitter profile that has all of those retweeted like achievements if you're getting that has the film just like your YouTube page has it. You don't have to overload as much on your Twitter as you do on your YouTube, because on your Twitter page you'll have the URL to your YouTube page. Okay, so if coaches find you on YouTube and then want to watch a ton of your film, all they have to do is click that and it takes you straight to your YouTube page. And I tell you right now, if you are a kid who has all of your film organized like that and all of your information organized like that, coaches like a coach will literally go head over heels for you if you can play, right? That's the first part. But it makes their life a lot easier. And if they can find you and look at you while they're like sitting at home, scrolling on their phone, catching games, it's so much more likely that they'll reach out and like persistent with that. Okay. So Twitter, YouTube, combine the two. And if you have any questions with any of this stuff, like just reach out, DM us like you guys do, or comment if that's what you would rather do. But anyways, that is the third thing. I think that's number 3. But yeah, so YouTube, Twitter, killer, perfect, deadly combo. Fourth thing, okay, make sure like these profiles that are for you as an athlete are for you as an athlete, okay? Like you can have your separate social media pages that are all about you, right? Not whatever you want to post, be smart, but like it doesn't have to be part of, hey, you got film right here, prom pictures right here, film right here, and oh, well, this weekend my family and I did this. Like, you don't have to do it like that. Like, you should, for your sake, separate the two, okay? For the purpose of your mental and like for the like sake of the coaches, just separate the two, have it as like separate entities, but like make it clear. Okay, so if you have a Twitter profile already and you have your own, like, and you want to create a recruiting profile, just add in like your username, like basketball or something, like make it clear, like recruiting profile, basketball profile, football profile, right? Football info, volleyball info. And that makes it easier. The coaches can just go to that. It doesn't have to get all weird if you have personal stuff like posted on there and everything. But with that, just like a general warning, and like if you guys are posting things you shouldn't be on any of your social media, just don't do that. You're going to hear that message like overran. But if you have things that just you want to keep private, make it private and understand that not everything is private, even if you think it is, okay? But just be smart with that stuff, because, I mean, I personally haven't seen, well, actually, yeah, I did have a teammate that our coach was like all up in her business with her TikTok, right? And she got in trouble for it. Her teammates had got in trouble for it. Like certain things that she posted on TikTok, okay? And you don't you don't want your coach watching everything that you have on TikTok. B, like, you don't want it to ever be an issue. So make sure what's private is private and separate from like your personal information. But I think that's primarily what I have for you guys. Quick story time when it comes to film. I have had to like clip my film a lot. I've had to put a lot of my like film videos together. In high school, I did it a ton. All the film that I had, I clip it, kind of like I told you guys, and then put it on these different places. But when I have been in college, I've had to transfer twice. And every time I've had to transfer portal is crazy, but I've had to put my film together from years and years, right? So if you transfer twice like that, I don't have just one school, but I have 2 schools in 2 seasons, and I have high school in 4 seasons of that, and I have AU. Like, I have all this different film, right? So you have to condense it down and get your point across. And YouTube was a great place for me to have it. And then also, I guess as an extra tip, this is the last point I'm going to give to you guys. Have it in like a notes document on your computer and your phone where like you have your film, your grades, and like your personal stats in there, and then the sports you play or the extracurricular things that you're involved in. Okay, and you just have that in a notes document. And when you have coaches, like your AU coach, or maybe you run into a coach at a tournament, or you run into a coach at a game, or a coach reaches out to you, you have all that stuff like in that notes document, and all you have to do is copy, hey coach, at the top, hey coach so and so at the top, paste, send it to them, and you can have a response to any of the coaches that email you or text you or reach out to you in like 20 seconds. They'll send their message, and then before they even get off their phone again, you'll have your message sent back with everything that they asked for. Okay. And you can send that to your AU coaches. You can send that to us. Like, that's another thing I want to mention is we will get into how to make your film, like how to actually put it together, what you should have in there, and that aspect of it. But that's all part of like a recruiting part, because you guys have to understand there's a lot to recruiting, but it's easy to simplify it and like piece it together and make it a lot less overwhelming if we do it right. So those are my points for you guys today. I hope it helps. I think it was 4 or 5. I can't really remember, but those are the key things. If you stay up to date on those when it comes to like comprising film, and you stay updated on those platforms, and you keep everything separate, and you take the time to do that, it will make a world of difference. And all you have to do is go out and do your thing on the court, on the field. Like, if you don't have this, if you do not take care of this aspect, it will be very hard for a coach to continue getting to know you, continue getting to like know your game. Okay. This is where it all starts, is being easily accessible, and you are in an era where it cannot be any more convenient for you to put your stuff on the internet, put your stuff on social media, and coaches just get a hold of that. Okay. So get caught up, do these things, take care of these things. And if we got any questions on how to put film together, if you guys have stuck around for this whole episode, I assume you're curious, reach out. We'll post an episode on that. And I don't know how to do like soccer, football, volleyball, things like that, but I'll find someone who does, and then they'll get on here and they'll tell you guys what to do. So thank you guys for tuning in today, and have a great rest of your week, and appreciate y'all as always, and reach out if you need anything. So thank you guys.